I've been busy getting myself together. Let me put my chat to all messages or all chat. So good morning. What is this? Deb, good morning. Andrea, good morning. Sheila. And okay, good. I'm caught up. I'm gonna wait for just a little bit. I'm gonna continue sewing on something that I've been sewing on. Let's see. Before I start the Kaleidoscope box. I totally yesterday just relaxed. Good morning, Joydy. I hope you're doing okay. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Barb. So yes, yesterday I was just wiped out all day. I was not productive per se. Yesterday I did trim. These down. I had sewn these the day before I left, and I trimmed them down. And what did I do? Oh, and I actually didn't trim down the flying geese, though I did make the flying geese yesterday. I did spend a little bit of time in my sewing room yesterday. I had a couple of meetings with a customer because I do private quilting lessons. Mostly what I do is people will contact me privately that they're having a grandbaby they've never sewn before. And yes, it would be cheaper for them to have me make the baby quilt, but they want to make it themselves, and they want me to be right there next to them and walk them through the process of making just a basic baby blanket for their grandchild. So that's mostly some of my clientele. So I had meetings yesterday with that, and then I did some long arming of some nursing home blankets. Piecing was just not in the works for me yesterday that much, but long arming is pretty good, you know. So I did get some of those done yesterday, and mostly just slept. I even slept a lot. I went to bed at 8 o'clock and woke up this morning at 5. So that was really good sleep. I had very good sleep. Still a little groggy, but it's all good. Good morning. So who else? Good morning, Bernice. Thank you for stopping in, even if it's a moment. Thank you so much, Linda. Good morning. And don't forget, on your way out, hit the like button, the thumbs up button. That helps me out so much. So that was my day yesterday. It was just basically chilling out, spending some time with Honey, even though I was tired. You know what? I honestly just chilled out. I watched TV. I can't believe to say that I needed that. Hello, Lena. Yep. Hello. Good morning. All right. So I think we have about 15 on. I have this pile of presents. Oh, let's see what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here, but any case, I have a pile of presents. I have the pile of tops done. And we're going to put this aside for right now. And we're going to get to kaleidoscoping. Let's see. I'm going to put this in. And I am going to, right here, I'm going to break this apart. But let's go grab another apples to apples card. The apples to apples card today is Serene. Did we do that one already? Yeah, we did. Yep, I just didn't put that in the bottom. Okay. Expendable. Disposable, non-essential, and unimportant. So this is the word right now. Expendable. What could be expendable? Well, definitely not fabric. Expendable. Oh, I know. For me, and these are, and you know, you can make it quilty or personal. Expendable. In my quilty room, what could be expendable? I think that would be fun. What could, like these words, how does it relate to our quilting life? Expendable, which is disposable, non-essential, and unimportant. Well, I'm going to go with the definition of disposable because I don't want to say it's unimportant. But those triangles on a roll, right? You use them, but what do? We take them off and we throw them out. So I guess they're kind of expendable in a way. We need them, but yet we don't need the back because we have to, you know, pull off the paper. So that paper is expendable. That's what I'm going to come up with, is my thing. All right, so here we are. We have our pile. So, oh, yesterday, what came in yesterday? There was a package at the post office that I did not pick up, so I'm going to pick that up today because I'm going to, after this live, I'm going to get myself ready and we have to do lots of chores. It was snowing, slushy, icy. It was not good. This morning, it still was icing, but it does look like it has stopped. So I hope I can go in and do some stuff. So we're going to put this aside for right now, just in case if you're wondering what that was and you missed some of my lives. This is what I'm working on. And these are the rest. We'll put that there. Now, what I am working on now is from Kaleidoscope Quilting. And in here yesterday, I opened this up yesterday. And I'm starting to think, because I get busy every so often, I've been drinking water. I'm starting to think I don't ever know of having any blood sugar issues, but lately I've been dizzy in the morning. So I'm going to eat this piece of chocolate and see if that quits here. Every so often it happens around this time. That's doggy bed. This is the outer border, and this is the inner border. I cut it. And then we have our pack. All right. Sorry, I had to stick something to see if that helps my whatever is going on. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of what's going on here this week with that. Okay, I think I'm good. So this is what we're making. And I have most of it done. It's on my design wall. Because that's what I did this morning. It went by so quick. Like, I'm like already thinking, oh, what's the next kit I can buy? She's having a Black Friday special because when I went to go get the link for you and copy it, I got distracted on the website myself. So, I definitely had fun with that. Old thread, I need to purge it. That's expendable, right? Expendable, yes. I agree. I don't have that much of that in there, but in my quilting life, disorganization is expendable. Yup. That is a good one, Dawn. Good morning, Melanie. I hope things are looking better. Those very smaller scraps that I hang on to just in case if I need them for later are expendable. Are we talking about these? This little strip, that's going in my doggy bed. The contents in the bottom of my drawer of my sewing desk. Okay, that's a good one. Yes, that's what Joydy. Yep. How's everybody doing? That's what I was thinking, but I'm letting her have her space. Micro scraps are expendable. Very good. Oh, good morning, Leanna. Yes, they are. Good. So we are going to sew. I left 2 small ones and 1 large one for us to sew on. So if you look at these pieces, they should all be um, uniform or the same, right? Because that's how we get the kaleidoscope effect. And of course, this morning I was doing this. It brought me back to the memories of my whole stint of kaleidoscope quilting that I did for a bit. And I was itching to, I don't know, do another one. But the thing is that I can't because I have all these Christmas projects already set out for us to do together and at the beginning of the year. But that doesn't mean that's not there in the back of my mind. And I'll tell you why. I have to call her and see the whole pricing and everything for sending out fabric. But then I got looking at this and I was gifted the AccuQuilt, which I use to process my scraps. But then I got thinking that maybe there's an AccuQuilt die I could use to cut my own kaleidoscope here. I don't know, just thoughts. I like this much better. I love this. Like, I love that this box came like this. I think I'm a little hooked because I just love how it's already done up for me. But in back of my mind, I kind of want to play too. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But this was fun. So I am coming in and I am putting these 2 pieces together like this. I forget sometimes that you're sitting there. I'm just sewing and talking. And we are just going to sew a 1/4 inch or a scant 1/4 inch. Now, she has fabulous directions. Look at this. So I did read through it all. So being that this is 8 pieces, right? I have 4 of the same, and I leave them in the chain and I put them aside. And then I continue with my next group of fabric, right sides together, line it up, and then I just feed it through. Now, she recommends you trying both ways when you're starting kaleidoscope quilting to figure out which way you like. So you can press them to one side or you can press them open. So those that I did, I remember doing when I did it before, we just ironed everything to one side. And so that's what I did. I did forget though, because this is before I had a long arm. So I mostly did hand tie. I don't know, was that quilt hand tie the one I showed you? I feel like it was. Or maybe stitch in the ditch or something like that. I don't know. So I did it all just pressed to one side. The center though became a little bulky, which I forgot about. Not a big deal. So when I do another one of her kits, because you know I'm going to do another one of her kits. This was, I mean, I can't believe how wonderful it was to just wake up this morning and just have something, open up a box and start sewing. And that's what I like about cotton cuts as well. The only thing is it's a once a month, thing, though I am doing other things like the Floral States of America. But I kind of like having this whole big project already all cut out waiting for me. So anyway, here is another 4. And I'm just going to snip and I'm going to keep those together. And then I have my large ones and keep them together. So what I had decided to do is I'm going to decide the next time I do it, because I don't want to mix and match right now, is to press everything open. I think it'll give me a flatter center, and I think it'll be easier for my long arm. So we have one set here and one set here, and then we have our big set. And this is what I did to all the pieces for most of the quilt. And I just organized them like that. And then I have here, so when I say one side, I put all my pieces, and where the sewn line is, I match up all the sewn lines. So I make sure that I press them all in one direction the same way. So I have that. She recommends using best press when pressing to get things flatter. And I will say doing that helped a lot to get those seams flatter. Of course, you know, I have my wonderful clapper that Gina gave me, and I'm gonna, you know, you can put that right on there to make things flatter. I had this out earlier. There's many different tricks of doing things. You just gotta find what works for you. So maybe the next one that I do, I will just press open to try and see if I like that. Pretty sure I would, because when I did those, that ginger quilter box in which I did the, what was it, the octagon? It's right here. The spidery looking, what is wrong with me this morning? Words are not coming into my head this morning. My 60-degree triangle quilt, I had pressed all those open, and I do find that everything laid flatter. You have to mind me. I don't know what is up with my brain fog this morning. It is bad. But so is this feeling of, oof. So here we are. So now I have my 4 pieces, and I am going to go ahead and I'm going to take my 4 pieces that look like this. They're all pressed like this in the back. Do you see that? All one side. And we're going to put them together. And then we've already have half a block made in like 2 seconds. See how fast this kit goes? I mean, it's great. I'm going on this site. I know I am. I'm itching to get out maybe some of my Christmas fabric, but I can't do it. I just can't. I want to so badly make a kaleidoscope quilt, a whole quilt right now. I really shouldn't. I keep talking myself out of it. I forgot how addictive this becomes. You know, when you ever quilt something and you go into this whole quilting fit and you're like quilting the same kind of method over and over and over, and then you get tired of it and you stop, and then you find it again later on, and then it's like you become obsessed with it. That's how I feel this was this morning. And the next one. All right, so now we have 2 by 2. These 2 are 1 block. These 2 are 1 block, and these 2 are 1 block. And then I'm going to come in and put them. It's very important that everything kind of stays together and that you're somewhat organized with this. I know, because I can't tell you how many times in the past I have unpicked because of the kaleidoscope quilting. Now I am opening it up. And she recommends pressing instead of ironing, which means just don't go back and forth. You don't want to distort anything. So we have this half, and we have this half. You see, it's so magical. I just love it because you just never know what you're going to get. I think that's what I like about it. It's just, it's like, oh, what is this one going to look like? Or what is that one going to look like? Now, this Kaleidoscope quilt, pre-cut quilt. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. Oop, see, I wasn't keeping myself ordered. Now I got it. The fabric only goes one way. The way she cut it and the sphere or whatever she uses, it only goes in one way. The one that I showed you that I made for my daughter was cut in a way that all three sides matched, so you can twist and turn to see, and maybe that's why I also had issues of not paying attention and have to seam rip. But you can get different kaleidoscope effects, and you can choose before, like you can put it on your design wall and say, oh, I like that. Well, what would it look like if I do this? The only thing is you can do that for hours as well and then get in that trap. So here we are. We have this half and this half. They should look identical. And because I was very good and consistent on making sure when I pressed that I had started with, you know, your seam in the right direction, now they're opposing. So they nest beautifully. And you could pop a pin in there. It is thick. I'm not going to lie, it's thick there when you do it that way. But everything should line up. See, here and here. And here we are. I wish Rebecca lived closer to me because I think I would go over to her house right now and raid her kaleidoscope quilting stash that she has pre-cut there. I probably would have had all of them done in a day or two. Oh my goodness, because I was getting quite obsessed with this morning. Let's see. So I just kept it there. It is kind of thick, so I just hold on. I actually don't pin at that point. And the next piece, which is these two pieces, and we'll put those together. Again, they nest, and everything is matching. I'm having luck. Everything is matching. Let me just, before things shift. All right, now we are going to unveil right before. So one of the reasons why I was a teensy bit late was I was in the middle of watching. Well, now it's the holiday season, so I've been watching Hallmark movies first thing in the morning when I've been sewing. Since before, I think they started it right before Halloween. And I got involved in this movie, and then I had a hit to, I guess it's like DVR it. I don't know what they call it. That might be an old terminology. Tape it. I don't know. I used to tape my soap operas on my VHS tape. I used to be obsessed with Guiding Light and had to record it. So I hit record button so I could finish the movie. It was kind of neat. So here is one. Here is another. And here is another. That was why. And then I realized the time I was like, oh, I have to switch over. So actually, I'm pulling this back. So in the back, it says to press how you feel. So I did put it to one side, but it's chunky. So what I did on those others, and I'm going to do now, is even though I didn't open all of the seams, I did open the last seam I put on here. I did open it. I found that it laid flatter. And I'll show you in the back of that other one. Whoops, look at me. I had it in one spot. Oh, that's right. I'm missing also what else I used. Here it is. So as you can see, I pressed the back, this very last seam, because it gets bulky right there. And I do spritz a little bit of best press and or whatever you want to use. Flatter, I don't care. Whatever you like to use, it really does make a difference. And then I did the whole front. Again, this was a recommendation she has on there, and she's right. I'm sure she knows what she's doing. And so there it is. So the back, all of these are to one side. The center here I opened and I best pressed everything. And it is nice and flat now. It actually is pretty flat there. I may continue making it that way because I did open the back. So now I come in here and let me do the other two. All right. So now I have started, put a little bit of this, and then I come back. I guess, right, there's some people using potato starch vodka or potato vodka. We were actually chuckling about that. One of our discussions, my son, we were talking about Julia Child. I go, oh yeah. I said, some quilters out there are using potato vodka in their spray bottle to starch their fabrics. He's not a quilter. He doesn't care, but it was discussion. And then we were talking about Julia Child. And I said, yeah, can you imagine, a little spritz for the fabric and a little spritz in your mouth? He was laughing. He's like, Mom, you're crazy. Oh my goodness. So that's I feel though like I would want it to taste like something. I don't know. Like a cosmopolitan. I don't think you'd want dye or flavoring or cranberry, whatever they put in there in your quilt. Here we are. You hear that crispy? And then there you are. And it does. It's a lot flatter than it was. So that would be my recommendation, that you can continue if it's easier to, do these on the side, but just press open the center, or you could press everything open. So now we're from here. We have these, and now there are setting triangles that she sends for these. So now I'm going to show you how to put the setting triangles, but before I do that, and I put it all organized and see what everyone's chatting about. Let's see, where did we go? Well, we were talking about the word expendable and what is in your quilting room that could be expendable. And to me, I said the back of, your FPP, the paper, is expendable. So we have, let's see, we are going on and on. Wow, you guys have a lot to say. I'm excited. I want to see. Okay, so we have, I tried an experiment yesterday. I did an FPP block. This is from Andrea, on a brawny paper towel. It works so well that I am making a video tutorial of it. I am completing the quilt as you go that Annette and I are doing. Well, cool. That's your quilt as you go. Quilt along. That's your quilt along, right, Andrea? That we're talking about, that you're finishing up? And then, Andrea, I just watched. I can't sew yet. I will probably have to save it for next year. You can write down everything for next year. That's right. Yes, I bought it anyway. So I will be able, so it'll be available forever, something to look forward to. I'm not sure what we're talking about and what we bought. I'm lost somewhere. Sorry. But I won't know until the bottom. Those are tiny pieces. They are, but they're like the size pieces that I get in the cotton cuts. Trying hard to maintain an attitude of gratitude. Excuse me. So sorry, Annette. I was hoping you were able to sew already. I'm still praying for you. I have a list, and when I hear someone needs a prayer, I add them to my list. Oh, I do too. Zaza. Good morning. How are you, Alexandra? Oh, that is a Zaza. Sorry. I told you, I'm a little off today. I love the clapper. Yes. Do you see it? It says Gina gave Leanna the clap. Oh, I am, but there's other stuff going on, and it's okay. We'll figure it out. When given the option, I usually press open. Me too. We'll finish watching the replay. I signed up for January box and placed your name in comments. Oh, thank you. See you at 4, Deb. Okay, so Deb must be having a live and she's all quiet about this. Deb, you need to let us know when you have your lives. Anyone who has a channel here, please let us know your lives and what's going on. I got my, if you got something special going on, you dropped a new video, please don't be shy. I've got my older granddaughter over this weekend. I might get them to put the tree up. Oh, how wonderful, Melanie. Have a great day. Let's see. This is from Zaza. For when I hand sew these types of blocks. Wow, you hand sew these? Wow. It can be easier to press to one side so the tail swirls at the seams. Machine pressing, I press. Machine sewing, I press often. Wait a moment, you spin the centers? Huh. Now that you say that, Zaza, I think I spun the centers way back in the day. I was just following her, did she say spinning? Did I miss that? Now that Zaza is saying that, now it's kind of coming back to me that I feel like I did that in the past. Let's see. It doesn't say anything about spinning, but I kind of recall that. Zaza, now that you think about it, maybe I'll have to play with it. I mean, I'm going to keep it the way I made it because that's how I made it, and I want everything to match across when you have the feel of the quilt. But that's a good, I think I haven't done it in a while, so I'll have to go in and look at that. Let's see. Oh, today's the day. Deb's at 4 p.m., but 5 for me. So that means 5 for me. Open, not often. Okay. 4 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to miss your live, Deb. I'm out tonight. I could see it far enough, and the weather is atrocious, windy, rain, and sleet. Well, Deb, I honestly don't think I'm going to be around either because I am leaving here after this. If this dizziness goes away, it's just a slight malaise. It's this weird off balance feel. And it's probably the weather too. My body knows when fronts are coming and all kinds of stuff like that. I'm going to be out and about. I have so much to do. I have done nothing, and it's going to be Thanksgiving. I haven't even brought the turkey. Things are just not right. And then I'm in Kingston. I work all day, and then I'm in for my doctor's appointments, trying to figure everything out. And then the specialist one, the big one that I'm waiting for, is in 2 weeks. But I just am so tired. And then my honey's like, do you want to go and do shopping or do what we need to do? And I'm like, no, I want to go home. I'm done for the day, honey. Put Hallmark on, Melanie. They are playing continuous Christmas shows. Maybe they will get you in more of the mood. Oh, that's so funny. I was just talking about Hallmark. That's one thing is that I've been watching that, and I have the Christmas decorations up because I put those up when I put up the Halloween decorations because I said, well, I'm going to put up everything. And so we said we were going to take down the Halloween decorations once the weather got better. Stay safe, Zaza. That's so true because it's crazy. Oh, Zaza, wait a moment. Are you around me? Because I'm having all that same weather here. Oh my God, that is so cool. I love these kaleidoscope blocks. What quilt pattern is this again? Oh, Joydy, you weren't here yesterday. I opened up this box and enabled too many people probably. Kaleidoscope quilting. It is a subscription box. Go actually look it up. It's actually pretty cool. And I dropped all the links yesterday right after because I was home and I didn't have to run to work and then forget. But this is the the subscription box that was sent to me. Everything was beautifully packaged. She kind of did like an Advent style thing. She sent 2.5-inch squares and candy. Got a glass nail file. I have this here, and then a spool of green thread Metler, but it's over there with my spools, my threads. And you don't know what it's going to be until you get it. And it's a table runner, an extra long table runner, 20 by 60. And everything is a kaleidoscope block. So that, yeah, so that's what, there isn't a name for the pattern. It's just every month you get a different kaleidoscope project. And this happens to be a table runner. You're alive. Yes, for some reason I haven't been getting notifications. Yes, and were your ears ringing? Because I was talking about you. I said that if I lived closer to you, I think I would have gotten in the car probably at 6 o'clock, knocking on your door, breaking it down, saying, okay, where are those other projects? I'm hooked. I'm hooked on the whole kaleidoscope. Oh, man, I'm so in trouble because I have so many things to do. And to add another project is not an option. But you know me. Love the way the fabric is cut, and I designed to make a secondary love the way the fabric is cut, designed to make secondary patterns. Yeah, I mean, you just don't know what you're going to get. That's why I spent probably a whole year of making nothing but kaleidoscope quilts. And though it is a thing, it's like you got to get the fabric, you have to get pins, you have to, it's a thing to get it all cut for yourself. It's not an easy thing. It's time consuming. So the fact that this lady sends it to you in the box pre-cut has made me tickled pink. And then I saw that she cuts fabric for you. You could send your fabric. So I don't know. There's a lot of things I'm thinking of. So what are you making? Orderly Chaos. I am making this table runner, which is a kaleidoscope table runner. Where do we find that pattern? I have to do when there's no pattern. There's no pattern. It all comes pre-cut in your box, and every box you get, it's the same construction. So kaleidoscope, you have different ways. You have a 4-patch kaleidoscope, a 6-patch kaleidoscope, an 8. I think you can do up to 12. It's a technique. Maybe after Christmas, and don't hold me to this, but maybe after Christmas, I will do a live, or maybe I'll do a video on how to mark your fabric, how to cut it to get these identical pieces. But honestly, I want to see how much her service is if I send her fabric, because this is a game changer for me, having everything pre-cut. And the organization to doing a kaleidoscope quilt is intense. It's intense. So the fact that she has it cut and organized for you, I can't ask for more. Expendable, the dust. If it's there, it's important. Don't touch it. A quilt, orderly chaos. That's right. Mary B. Did I miss Mary B here? Good morning if I did. Gina is a hoot. Yes, she is. Is Gina on? She sent me an email last night of some patterns that are up. Were they free patterns? I don't know. She sent me a long story, and then these patterns, and then I sent her an email back, and I went to bed. So I didn't really look at the patterns. I am curious about this kaleidoscope pattern. What is it? It is a technique on how to cut your fabric in order to get a kaleidoscope effect. So ones that are cut with 6 panels, 6 points, you have to then have 6 runs of your fabric. If you're doing 8, you would have to have 8 runs of your fabric. I'm going to get fabric out and show you what a run is, and show you the fabric I think I may want cut by her. Maybe I'll cut it myself and do it with you all. But I'm telling you, I have done lots of these, and it's a tedious thing. And if you have the time and patience to do it for yourself, obviously you're going to save yourself a ton of money. and you can organize. But as you know, I work full time, I'm on live, I have projects that I do to, samples I sew up for other quilters to make money, and then I do private lessons to make money because unfortunately, I do need to have a second job. My first job can't pay the bills. So I'm busy, and the fact that this is already cut for me is a whole life changer. And I uh, love Kaleidoscope quilts. I mean, I wish I could show you all the ones I made over a whole year. They were a lot, and they were each and every one was unique. You can never make two identical ones. You can try, but it never happens. Good morning, Joe. So she dropped the link, and do please make sure on comments to write my name so that she knows, because that's the only way she can track whether it was worth it for her. And I don't care if you don't buy and it's not worth it to her. I really like it. I think I will be at least a customer of hers because I like the fact that it's there. I cannot afford subscription boxes, but if the pattern is available alone, I would purchase it. So that's the thing, Andrea. It's more of a technique. So you would buy a book. Do you all have a second? I can find you my book from the 90s and the one I used, I'm pretty sure. And then that is what teaches you, or you go to a class and that's what teaches you kaleidoscope quilting. If I ever get my act together, and I do have my act together, I shouldn't say that. If I ever decide that, okay, Leanna, you have to be more efficient in your business that you're not doing, because like I had someone there, they go, wait a second, you're working yourself, but you're doing what for free? I go, don't mind me. That's just how I am. So when I get myself together in the fact of putting together a retreat here at my house, or what I'm calling a sit-in sew. Right now, I'm calling it a sit-in sew. We're doing stuff for charity. But the goal is for people to come and spend the weekend at my house sewing with me. You could fly here, you could drive here, I don't care. You just have to find your own place to, stay, right? Because my house is not, my whole upstairs I converted now to this giant sewing studio slash sweatshop at the moment. So that is fine. And I have my kitchen upstairs, my mini kitchen upstairs, so that when I have students come in, right now I'm only doing one student at a time. I would like to do just a weekend retreat where you stay somewhere else and you come and you spend the day, and then you go discover different things of this area and you enjoy your evening. Maybe we'll have dinner together, but I'll provide food and stuff like that. But maybe this would be a fun thing to do. It could be a kaleidoscope retreat. I don't know, but I do love it. And as far as subscriptions, I can't either, Andrea. That's why I went over, I made my phone calls and said I really would love to, try this out. I can't do it every month. At this point, I can't do it maybe every other month, but I do love it, and I may actually end up doing it more. I'm not sure. The thing is she does a service where you can ship your fabric, and she'll cut it. And the thing is, when you have a whole run of fabric, I have cut up a whole run of fabric. That will give you lots of kaleidoscope quilts, like lots and lots of kaleidoscope quilts. So out of that one fabric, you could probably make a quilt, a table runner, a wall hanging, and something else. And they will all, even though it's the same fabric, look different. So that's why I want to find out how much the cost is if I send her fabric. Is this the same as the one block wonder pattern? I think that's what they called it. Back in the day, they called it the stack and whack. And it was the stack and whack method. And I only knew it that way. Then I found out it was called the kaleidoscope. And then someone yesterday, I think it's in here. I read it in here. I think she says that it's called one block wonder. Somewhere along the line yesterday, I read it's called one block wonder as well. Good morning, Nikki. And then I got thinking maybe I could cut this out of my AccuQuilt. I don't know. I've got to play with it. Yes, I need to look into her cutting my fabric too. I have some that I want to do, but have been putting it off. Mary B. Oh, Mary B is the quilt along Andrea was referring to. Well, what's Mary B? Oh, I can't even look up what Mary B is. I don't even know what that quilt along is. How I've missed that, I have no idea. Well, I've missed most of you too. I've been working a lot on samples when I'm not doing this. No, the quilt along we are doing is on Mary B's channel. Sunday is the last day. I don't know who Mary B is. I don't know how I don't know these things. All right, Mary B. I'm writing this down. Mary B channel. I just printed the Bonnie Hunter quilt along that she put on she put up yesterday. I can't say because we're not allowed to say. I can show you. I'm hoping to do that, but the honest truth is I'm very busy right now. The cutting box, but I have it printed up. The cutting looks very fussy. It is. It's extremely. Good morning, Lori. Zaza. Andrea Shabby Fabrics has done tutorials on how to do this. Andrea, YouTube search Kaleidoscopes. There is probably, oh, there's tons out there. It's tons out. There is tons out there. Good morning, Mona. And let's see, Lori, you want a busy pattern fabric with big florals with a fairly small repeat. Okay, and that's what I'm calling, yeah. Got to go. Enjoy your Saturday, you too. All right, so I think I'm all up. Joyful and Mary. Is that the name of the channel? Joyful and Mary. All right, let me go get the fabric. The book I don't have here. I know where I have a pile of books in the other room. But let me go. And you could probably find these books anywhere. Hi from Missouri. Hi, Michelle. Michelle. Oh, I'm subscribed to her. Okay. Oh, darn it. Let me see. I forgot I changed stuff around because I cleaned here. So I was envisioning exactly where it used to be. Used to. That's the operative word. Let me look over here. Okay. Look at one more spot. All right, it's not happening today. So I used to have a dresser. Underneath there. And then I forgot that I gave my dresser to my son because he needed a dresser. And I forgot that I put everything in buckets. So it used to be in the dresser that was the second drawer to the right, in the back on the right-hand side. But the dresser's not there anymore, and I have no idea where they are in the bucket. So I'll have to get that out one day. Let's see. Michelle Live probably said that before. Yes. Okay. Let me see. Do I have any? I don't have anything big to show you, kind of like what I mean by a repeat or a run or a panel. People call it different things. Let me see if I find another piece of fabric. So I can't show you the one fabric I wanted cut up, but oh no, my phone's going to die any second now. Wait, what's going on here? 14%. Uh-oh. I'm having issues with my phone. All right, well, we're gonna go on to this. Sorry. We'll have to deal with the repeats and everything. I'll have to find that fabric, and then I can explain more on how you could do this yourself if you can't afford. But go on her website anyway. She's having a Black Friday sale for 25% off. Some of her kits, you know, you can do a one-off if you want. And if not, just find something's on. Yes, Sean is up at 8 o'clock. That's why I realized the time and I said we need to go. Plus, me moving was not a good option. I started getting very dizzy, so we're not going to do that. So now here is the corner triangles. I'm going to show you right here. There is this triangle here and then that. I just kind of do it where it's kind of centered and I stick a pin. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you are going to do it on every other like triangle, like this section or whatever you want to call it. It's a triangular section. I'm almost afraid to watch one of my lives on replay right now. Because I feel like I am all over the place. Okay, so I just eyeball it. So she has made these setting triangles much, much, much larger than you need, which is good because that means you don't have to be precise. So you see how much off it is? And then here is the front. And now what we are going to do is take our next one. And again, you don't have to pin it. I'm just pinning it to quickly go through this because I started reading, rambling on, getting caught up in my own thoughts and fabric. Some people actually make these using panels. If you have like 8 panels, I guess it's probably maybe the easiest way to do it because your panel is already there. You would just need 8 of them and you would have to just then pin. I just don't have 8 panel. Oh, you know what? I think I do have 8 of one panel now that I think about it. I bought I bought a bolt of panels because they were super cheap. I probably can mess with those. Let me wonder. See, I don't have time for this. I can't think about that right now, though that's what I want to do. So now we're going to come in and go 1/4 inch. And then the big one, we're going to do the same. So the big one, I just kind of eyeball it, make sure I have the same amount. And here, I'll just show you what I did. This one I won't pin. I'll just show you how I do it without pinning it down. Oh, I'm not showing you because there it is. So I didn't have the... Here we are. So now I'm just going to go to the next one. Because you all want to see the unveiling of what I actually did do. And now I go to this one. I'm going to skip this piece and go to the next one. I don't know what I just did here. All right. Somehow that got caught up in my machine. Here we are. And then we have our next one that we are going to do, and then we're almost there. We're almost home run on this. See, by having them pinned already, I can just go right quick, and then I don't have to stop and set. So I'm going to skip that one and go to the next. Again, trying to make sure that I have evenly distributed my dog ears, right? Because it's bigger. All right, I'll have to look for that book and I'll have to look for that fabric. Go to your library today, and if you want, and look up Stack and Whack quilting books. Now, like the quilt I showed you yesterday, I just set, you know, it's the same method of putting the block together. It's just I set the block different. You know, you can do your own block setting. Or in the Stack and Whack book, there's tons of different settings for your blocks. All right, I'm going to go over a smidge. And here we are. Do we know who is on with Sean today? All right, so here we are. Here is our big block. And then we are going to trim this down. And this is a 10.5. This quilt blocks that she's having us do is 10.5, and 5.5 is how she has her blocks. So pretty much you can expect that for most of her boxes, or I think she does a 7.5 too. And this is what I mean by that the setting triangle is larger than the block. Because see, much larger. We're going to cut that down. So now I'm going to go over to my area over here. I hope I'm not going to lose you. Let's see where my phone is. It's at 12%. Did I lose you? All right. Can you see? Oops. What is going on with my phone? It's misbehaving. Sorry. Okay, so this is a 5.5. I just happen to have a 5.5. So I come in and I just put this right on. I center everything. Even if something's a little wonky, that's okay, because it's going to all be hidden in the seams anyway. As long as you have enough to do your 1/4 inch seam, you're good. So there we are. We have one. And then the next one. I super hope that my phone isn't going to crap out on me while I'm doing this with you. Here is another. So here it is with my setting triangle. So they're back to being square. And then this one here is a 10.5 inch. Oh, there it is. I'm not giving you anything. I mean, this is how you buy her stuff online. It's going to ask you what, basically it's going to tell you like the size inch block that you're making. So I'm not giving anything away, just so you know when you buy a kit. So here it is. So now let's go and look at what I've got going on here. I have this right here. I'm going to move you up higher. And I think you can see better. Like the lower part is great for, my hair is great for when I'm sewing. So here is part of the table runner. So I'm going to move this over because this is the end of the table runner. And I'm going to place this will come here, and I'm going to sew that to that. And then I'm going to take these two, because I want to balance out the blocks, and then that will go there. So that could be one way, right? That could be a way, and I like that because I like the center here. I like the different, so I'm happy with it. So now what I will do is I will sew this one to here, then sew this to this block and this block to this. And then I have the whole table runner. Then, because I will be doing this today, at some point. I have a lot of stuff to do at, for home, but at some point I would like to. Tomorrow I will not have a live because Deb will have her live with Lisa, the awkward quilter. So that's where I'll be in the morning if I'm up. And that is the second border. So that is what we're looking at. It's really gorgeous. I just want to make like a ton of these. You are so lucky, Rebecca, that you are not living here, because I'm telling you, I'd be raiding your place right now. It just went together so fast that now that it was cut. So here we are. We have this. Let me go see some comments, and then I am off so that you have time to go over. And I see a couple of new other things. Here we are. And then I have a couple questions here. So some people left, which is goodbye. I'm sorry. Panels are a great way to do Kaleidoscope quilts. Yes. Soya had a panel sale past week. I missed it. That sounds like me. I have 1,000,001 things I want to do and patterns, and I want to write down. In order to get it done, I have to clone myself. Exactly. I bought some panels from Creative Notions or something like that on YouTube. I bought backing for 3 to 4 per yard from a reseller. Pillow panels might work well. I have several of those, and I have 4 of each of them. Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me, Andrea? I have a ton of pillow panels. Oh, I may have to do that. And I really don't have time to do that when I have all this other stuff I have to do. But you know me, I might have to pull those out and cut it. Now you've got me thinking. You got me in all kinds of trouble. Good morning, Raven. Southern Fine's not living. Let's see. I've been quilting almost 2 years. Well, good for you, Raven. I hope you find something that, we're a wacky bunch, but we're a fun bunch. Joydy is leaving because it is time for me to go and time for me not to ruin Mr. Sean's life. Anyway, put them on your list for next year. I will put those thoughts on my list for next year. I'd be at your place all the time, and I would love that, because I need quilting peeps that live here near me. I have so much fun when Anna comes, and now some ladies from school. I just enjoy quilting so much more. So everybody have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Go out, go see Sean, go see Deb and Lisa, the awkward quilter, tomorrow on their channels. And I will see you soon, hopefully Monday morning. But I will not have a live on Tuesday because I have a very special doctor's appointment I have to do Tuesday morning. So take care. See you soon. Bye.